The first thing to really look at here is Ping having the Rogue and GSC not. I mean, they just really have to take early game advantage and get a sap. It doesn't really matter particularly who. I just think that they need to get a sap off.
Definitely.
I mean, that kind of lines up with the, Mage polymorph. Even if it was like the same target to follow a trinket, if the Rogue can't seem to get it or moved away, I just think that the double CC can come in handy if they take advantage of it, which they seem to have so much mid pressure that they need to clear some and go fast.
Definitely. I feel like they almost could play it could almost be a 9v9 and they could split their rogue because they could allow Muskie to mid fight while allowing the rogue to go play defense, and not defense in the sense that he should be he's gonna solo the Druid. No, he's gonna more or less just sap control, bother him. Let's say he's about to cross mid, and Hamgod's in position to open. He should open, allowing his hunters just to turn around, throw big spells. Have their focus up. One of the hunter could just drop a name shot and execute. That's it. It's done. It should be enough damage to be able to do that. Ideally.
For sure.
So they should be able to take advantage of that, but I don't see that happening very often. It seems like they're trying to worry about maybe getting a bigger opener in the middle to try to secure a kill, and I feel that's wasted damage. Maybe on a pretty big overkill in my sense. You get me? About overhealing and stuff like that. I feel like they might be doing too much and giving themselves a gimp by overkilling something. You get me? When they could be using it for something else. But yeah,
okay. So both the Boomies do get Berserker here. Hamgodx is going in, doesn't seem to be close enough to go for a sap at all, and it is too late at this point. Muskie and him are opening up on this Mistweaver. They might kill him here. Jrbigchief goes down at the same time, and they do kill Shaman for GSC.
Mistweaver is polyed. Jrbigchief comes out the block.
Front line seems to be fighting each other as of now. They are coming back. Blackoutkegs is taking a lot of damage. Jrbigchief does go down at the same time, though, as he was super far up. Neither able to run back to their body. Staticquo now picking up the flag.
Muskie barely breaking off. Not allowed to go for flag. He's getting contested by the hunter. See, this is one of the problems with doing this. Allowing your FC to open in mid allows the hunters to know where he is, and it doesn't allow him to break off. And seeing how GSC runs a double hunter, it's even worse for them, I'd say. And now they lost Blackoutkegs in the process of trying to do this.
Muskie is now just finally getting the contest. Staticquo is going to follow him fast. I think that the hunters would break off. Boomie is. Unwaxed is sitting a little bit further back. They are looking for Muskie in stealth. Ping is getting pushed back in mid now with their front line down.
Honestly, I feel like if Staticquo never stopped running, he would have got a cap. Because Muskie is still in stealth. He's not. I don't think he's pursuing the fast cap. I don't think he's pursuing the cap in general, grabbing flags, securing the pig. I think he's trying to go for the fast cap, if anything. I feel like that in this meta, that's probably the more logical thing to do. But I guess I'm wrong, 100% wrong.
He is going to go down and contest Static. This is what I was talking about earlier. I think that is the smarter play. Do run at the other FC. You kind of leave them hanging. You don't really have too much of a fight for each other, and you don't really want to be giving each other too much damage. Muskie is just looking to run as the Mistweaver is there, so they do want to contest.
Yeah, they do have a hunter chasing as well, coming out of FR side right now.
I almost would say Staticquo should draw back and just sit for cap, as Muskie is kind of in an awkward spot and is going to go down for the return here.
That is amazing. That's quick. That's great coordination by the hunters and the FC, I'd say.
Ping is in the GY. That is going to be first cap for GSC. They don't have too much to do, and 3 people are left, or just a few people are left to contest GSC in mid. And a couple of them sat up in the GY waiting a couple seconds. Almost a bad call, as they now drop down and are getting cut at split
definitely.
times.
And this is where what you called is going to happen. They're going to contest and they're going to stay in the GUI. They're going to push up really hard just for the simple fact that they can control this. You know, like there's they know that the rogue himself cannot contest, and they have the full team here, and all they have to do is contain this. Like no one's able to break out. They're containing perfectly. You know, like there's a difference between GUI farming and containing, and these guys are containing. They're blocking out every route, which is great in every sense. You know. So like, this is really
And they definitely want to cut down the EFC's movements. They really just don't want him to connect with anybody on their team or on his team. It seems like they're trying to even just cut down the communication. It doesn't even matter like who they're really killing as much as just getting rid of someone.
Right. Now they're kind of pushing back a little bit just to secure their FC. Maybe semi-escort, I'd say. What do you think?
I think they'll drop the Mistweaver again. They do seem confident in mid with their 2 healing as of now. Yorkie does drop. I mean, GSC just has such a strong mid. Muskie is going to drop. That Hüntër is there.
Right.
He is coming back now. Muskie is trying to make some play out of this. The Hüntër is just really getting some good range on him. Not really letting him move too close to get those combo points. Muskie is going to get out. Not too big of a problem. However, now there's the second Hüntër. He has picked up the rogue, but he does go down. There must have been 2 procs by both of them.
Wow.
He kill on the rogue here as they both can get away.
You see what I'm thinking here is that like maybe Yorkie's being ineffective because having a mage against a Mistweaver and an Archon is your perfect opportunity to capitalize on having a mage on your team. And I'm not seeing enough I'm not seeing enough being done. It's like, I don't know.
That is for sure. Yorkie is contesting Static over here, just, holding him off that couple of seconds.
Yeah, definitely. There still is 9 minutes, so I could be wrong. So like something else could happen.
Very true. Could go either way. GSC has had some really strong momentum here, and Ping needs to contest it. They, might be having some troubles in voice comm or something with aggression, but they really just need to put that aside and use these 9 minutes to really get the objectives down. Static is going to go for the flag. Ping's Hüntër is in mid. Hamgodx is contesting Staticquo. Static is taking a fair amount of damage, however, he is going to get away from that rogue and keep him moonfired. I'm sure he will get a heal up to full health. Muskie does have the flag and drops very low. Static does pick, knowing he has to. Hamgodx just has to do a bit of damage and get this return. I think Muskie should be committing tunnel here for the cap. They just aren't seeing it, though. GSC is closing him off now. He doesn't really have that same chance of getting the kill. Muskie does go in for Stomp, but has to displace her out.
So much damage being pumped into
Staticquo
right now. And he might go down off of this.
Displace her back into the team. Very good play. Yorkie in a good position. Looks like he might get chopped where he is, though. He does.
Yeah. And it is returned, maybe off of a proc of an aim shot, maybe, I'd say.
This is going to be a cap for Ping. It is 2-1, still 7.5 minutes. Plenty of time for either team to get caps.
Definitely. Crazy. I did not expect that one bit, like, at all.
Muskie is actually just going to go for the safe stealth across mid. He knows he has plenty of time, and, that's really a smart play here. Knowing that he doesn't have to sprint and, possibly get taken out, pushed back to his team. He just wants to get across and pick the flag and make sure that they do have hold of it.
Right. What I'm wondering is,
Static
what is
is also
doing?
going ramp.
Right. What I'm wondering is, what is Hamgodx doing? He's just like, he's sitting around his team. Like, are they trying to go for a kill, or is he just like hanging out?
He doesn't
get a kill, yeah.
Pretty
Definitely.
lucky.
But I would lucky in a sense, but like that's a smart play by Hamgodx.
I mean, it was, but he did ambush the Shaman. If you did see
That
that,
body,
he did
though.
switch and get that shot, that sinister strike.
Right. I'm
Rogue is running back. You are right. This is a good play on his part. He does seem very strong, and now he's going to be behind them. Yorkie does go down. There is going to be a turn. Partygirl is polymorphed, sending a full poly. They are going for another helo. Arto is possibly going to go down here. Big damage on him. Hamgodx also out of stealth. Trying to peel some pressure off of his healers. Arto jumps forward.
Splitting damage so well right now. 100% like splitting damage so well across the whole team of this pink team, to be exact. And it's like, it's really surprising, like how well and synergized they're able to still get like spread damage across while still synergizing on one target and killing them.
For sure. Does look like the Boomie is going to drop for GSC. That will relieve some pressure. The BM is dropping back as the Warrior goes down at the same time. BM still does look like he's going to drop.
Yeah, and immediately we see the counter push. This is amazing. It's so like, I don't know how to say it. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. No, Staticquo making his movement towards roof. Therefore, I guess he's going shelf probably to meet up with his team. Muskie is sitting mid. You know, this will be interesting to see maybe how Blueprint has planned a play from Graveyard. We really don't see them here too often. So it's going to be interesting to see, you know, maybe how they get off the GY and how they contest. Definitely. They are going down and giving it to Yorkie very hard. He does have to blink out. They seem like they still do want Yorkie so that he can't apply that CC pressure. Jrbigchief is taking a lot of damage too in the front line. Arto is going to go down. This is going to be very bad for Ping. Jrbigchief is going down too. Yorkie to follow. Smull 25%. GSC just taking a quick grasp. Just look at that. It doesn't take them more than a couple swaps to just take someone out and really just take the mid lead back and move where they want to move to.
You can say that about both teams though. Both teams are like counter pushing in a way that's to the point where like they're wiping each other back and forth to see who can have the upper edge. And so far it seems like GC's having a bigger wipe. Like GC wipes Ping quite a bit more than Ping is wiping GSC. Ping is like kind of semi allowing GSC to regroup, and it's not in their favor at all. Like they're strong in mid, but I wouldn't say they're nowhere. Like I wouldn't say they're quite at par with GSC in mid, at least in my opinion.
Now, how do you feel where Muskie is and seeing where Unwaxed is? It seems like he is going to be contested. Getting Berserk, I'm not really sure that they saw Unwaxed way over here. They might have. He does seem to just be rejoining mid. I guess it's not really a push. Oh, no, Muskie is coming in. This is going to be big damage on Muskie, even though it is just the one Hüntër.
Maybe it's more of just a poke, maybe, I'd say.
I think it was to get some contest. No, I think it might have just to pull some pressure, and they got that kill off of Blackoutkegs. It might have been some strat to make them think Muskie was in trouble, but really they just wanted to kill the front line.
We might see Muskie try to go to tunnel by himself, maybe? Is that the right choice? I
don't think he has too much of a choice here.
Right.
I think he has to. However, sending no one with Muskie is very bad. Unwaxed is going to go. Jrbigchief is cutting off with Blackoutkegs. It does look like he might go down. He is still alive, and the healers are going to keep him up.
Counter push on Staticquo. Ebuu just solo efforting, and I don't think it was worth it. And now this seems to be a full wipe for this pink team.
Muskie is going back to the shelf again after just dropping down, thinking the Hüntër was coming to contest him. He might not make the same move, but Unwaxed is coming up ramp, looking to do the same exact play. They keep wanting Muskie to drop down. This time he does have heals, and you know there's no real reason for Ping to drop down. I don't really know why they are. I mean, I don't see a real reason to push GSC as that Hunter moves in on Muskie. Muskie must kind of, you know, feel a little bit in a position as the Boomkin's now moving out. He knows he's there. One has left for Ping's side. They are down. Someone must have DC'd or left. It's looking like it's one of the Shamans. It's Arto. They are missing Arto. This is a 9v10, and there's only 50 minutes left. Someone might have broke under pressure, which is really too bad for an end game. Kygo is looking for either some pressure on the EFC or maybe a repick. He is looking to push down with his team into that gauntlet.
Jrbigchief, you're taking so much damage. Going solo damage by Unwaxed.
Is going to go
Boomie
down.
Coming right behind him.
You almost have to question for a second, why did the Shaman leave when maybe, you know, it could have been unlikely, but maybe they would have gotten a better push there.
Yeah. I mean, regardless of the
Ping
outcome,
is doing some damage, but I think this might be the cap here.
No, that's it,
is
dude. 2-1.
taking a ton of damage, and that is the cap for 3-0. 2 seconds
wow.
before the game was going to end either way.
Yeah, definitely. Let's go over the damage here. Dominated by GSC.